What is going on, everybody? Welcome to HEAAAT, and I'm going to show you guys today how to book realistic WWE shows in TEW 2020. And what I have already done is I watched an old episode of Raw because I have a 2004 save here and I also have a 2020 save. So what I'm going to do is I already booked out all the segments. Well, I wrote it down on my WordPad, and I'm gonna put it into the game, and we're gonna run through like what specific things that WWE have done that will make it, and I'm gonna put it in the game so I can show you guys how to make it just like a WWE show. And then what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna go to a 2020 mod and I'm gonna go through the same format, like it's not gonna be the same show, but I'm gonna go through the same format and put it into that save. Well, not save, but like, yeah, the save. And I'm gonna book it my own way from the real Raw episode. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. We're just gonna book the Monday Night Raw, and yeah, an hour and 30 minutes. Why am I changing it to an hour and 30 minutes? Because in real life, if you go to like, well, let me show you guys real quick. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm on the WWE network. I'm not gonna be playing the video here because I'm trying to avoid getting copyrighted, but as you can see, it says right here an hour and 32 minutes. So basically, if you guys don't know this already, the time fills up. The rest of the minutes to fill up 2 hours are from the commercials, of course. So that's why I put it in the game as an hour and 30 minutes to make it that much more realistic. Alright, and here we are at the Raw screen. I'm gonna already like change the venue to Memphis because that's where this real life, well, the first Raw of 2004, which is the one I watched and the one I'm gonna be putting in the game, took place in Memphis, Tennessee. And by the way, I'm only doing that because Memphis, Tennessee actually had something to do with the show itself. It had like something to do with one of the storylines on the show. So I'm gonna change that real quick. I don't know where to go. Alright, I finally found an arena with Memphis. I'm sorry, y'all. I just really could not find Memphis. I had no idea where it is. But let's just get straight into booking the show now. Alright, so here it is. This is what I got from booking from writing down everything that happened on the show and watching it at the same time. This is how many segments were on the show. They had at least 29 segments, so this is a pretty packed show. And by the way, my personal opinion on this show that happened, I thought it was really good. The matches were a little short. I'd say like the matches were far too short, but well, the main event match was a good time, but I think all the other matches were like 3-5 minutes, and it just wasn't like enough time for those matches. But it did its job. Whoever wrote this show put everything they had into it, and I thought it was really good. And let's just go straight into putting it inside the game. This is what I do, you guys. Let's say I highlight over the first segment, which is Bischoff tries to. Alright, cool. So from what I remember from this segment, okay, whatever. Warning. Oh yeah, it's the warning that. What was the warning? Oh, incidents. Well, I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so I already highlighted over it. And which one was this again? This was Bischoff tries to find a way to escape from being Raw GM. Yeah, because he was scared of Stone Cold. And he was in the office with Jonathan Coachman, from what I remember. So it was Eric Bischoff, Jonathan Coachman in the office, talking about Stone Cold, right? And then Teddy Long, Theodore, yeah, there he is, Theodore Long, and Mark Henry were also in this segment. And so let's say Eric Bischoff rated on entertainment, Jonathan Coachman rated on entertainment, Stone Cold rated on overness, but he was, because they were talking about him, since they were talking about him, you rate him over overness, and he's off screen because he wasn't on screen. I don't think Mark Henry said anything, so that's going to be rated on menace. And I believe, how long was that? That was 2 minutes. It was a 2-minute segment. So boom. Segment 1, cool. Alright, you guys, I just finished putting everything in from the 2004, the first Raw of 2004 into the game. And by the way, a little problem, not a big problem. The game crashed after I booked the Molly Holly segment, the Molly Holly versus Trish Stratus match. The game crashed, and then there was nothing saved, so I had to do everything all over again. And so yeah, that was a problem. And then another problem is that I didn't get to save anything, so I had to book a 2-hour Raw, but I didn't book it myself. All I really did was I just moved up all the matches 3 minutes longer, which was probably a good thing because all the matches are mad short. So we're just gonna go ahead and run the show, right? And I'm whoa, booking analysis. Oh wait, crap, there's incidents. Always incidents. Alright, let's run the show now. Alright, so we kick off the show with Eric Bischoff and Jonathan Coachman in the office, and Eric Bischoff's just like, oh bro, Stone Cold Steve Austin, blah blah blah. And then Teddy Long comes in and he's just like, I want to be the general manager because Mark Henry's, I don't know, he said something about like some prize or something.
Me, the man in charge, and most of all, to show the world what a difference the black man can make. You feeling me?
And then Eric Bischoff was like, oh, that makes sense. I can just get away from Stone Cold by putting Teddy Long as a GM for the night. And he agreed. And so this right here is just like getting the show ready for what's coming for the rest of the night, which totally makes sense because the main thing about tonight's Monday Night Raw is Teddy Long and Mark Henry. So Eric Bischoff is like, no, he didn't show up at the show whatsoever after this. And Jonathan Coachman is also a big deal, Teddy Long, and so is Mark Henry. So they were all like big deals on this show. And then we headed into the Raw intro, shows the hype crowd, and then a graphic and the announcers hyping up that in the main event it's going to be Batista and Ric Flair versus the Dudley Boys for the tag team championships. So good segment there. This is also getting the hype crowd, like, you know, just getting the show set up. That's what these are all about. And I didn't make storylines. So actually, let me go check that out. Let me see if the storylines are already in the game, because I can see this here. Alright, you guys, I just put all the storylines in. These are the storylines. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 6 storylines advanced on one show. So that's pretty good. Alright, so then we get into a segment where Teddy Long is roasting the people of Memphis. He's like, oh, you guys don't like black people, blah blah blah.
You're booing because you can't accept the fact that a black man has the power. You feel me?
And then Jerry Lawler's like, no, that's not right. And then he walks to the ring, and then he gets RKO'd by Randy Orton, saving Teddy Long here. And that's when Randy and Teddy Long are talking, and then Mark Henry's like, I want a match for the Intercontinental Championship. And Randy's just like, whoa, I just helped you out there. Why would you do that? And then Teddy Long's like, you didn't do that for me, you did that for you. And then he books Mark Henry and Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship for tonight. And then they run into Stone Cold after that, and Stone Cold's just like, you shouldn't do that because RVD is more deserving of it. And then Teddy Long is just like, alright then, I'll do, no, then Stone Cold offers a match between Mark Henry and RVD, and the winner of that match goes against, what's his face, Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship next week. And then Teddy Long's like, alright, I'll agree to that as long as you don't get into Randy Orton's way for the rest of the night. And then Stone Cold was just like, okay. And it's alright, so that's what happens there. So all these are really good ways to advance the storyline. And in an abysmal match, Spike Dudley defeats Rene Dupree by pinfall with a quick roll-up. And in real life, this was just only, how long was it? 5 minutes. So that's like 3 minutes in ring, 2 minutes per entrance, like 2 minutes for both of their entrances. So that was not a, so it was whatever, really. And then after the match, Spike Dudley celebrating with the Dudley Boys, and then Batista and Ric Flair come out of nowhere and they just beat the crap out of them. So good stuff there. And then a video for Trish Stratus' new song in the new WWE album.
That I experienced, it talks about me, so it's kind of a neat reflection of my personal life.
I thought this was kind of funny. It was kind of funny to see that wrestlers actually like made like songs for the album, so it's kind of cool. And then we have Christian and Chris Jericho backstage segment where Christian like apologizes to Jericho and says that there's a tag team match next if you're down for it, and he also talks about Trish Stratus somewhere in the segment. And then Jericho's just like, yeah man, I'm down. And then so that happens. And then we have a video recapping Shawn Michaels versus Triple H last week for the World Championship, which was apparently a really good match. So it was a 3-minute music like video, and it went by pretty fast, so it was a good video. And sometimes you don't even realize how long a segment is. It's kind of crazy. Like it was 3 minutes, but it did not feel that long at all. Then we have Jerry Lawler coming back after getting RKO'd by Randy Orton earlier, and he tries to kick Jonathan Coachman out of his seat. But my Jim Ross is just looking at him like, ha, like he's just like not in anyone's business. And then Teddy Long comes out, and then he's just like, "You're racist." Like he keeps calling everyone racist like throughout the show. It's kind of funny. He's just like, "You don't want a black man. You're gonna yell at a black man."
And you're gonna take an innocent black man and stop him from doing his job?
Blah blah blah. And he's like, "If he even looks at you weird, I'll fire you right here tonight." And then so that's what happens there. So Teddy Long, I didn't realize he had like this heel run here, but it was pretty interesting and it was kind of cool. Like I said, I thought the show was good. And then we had Chris Jericho and Christian defeating the Hurricane and Rosie. So this one was a good match. Like in real life, I thought it was a good match. And then we have a video recapping what happened earlier on in the night when Batista and Ric Flair attacked the Dudley Boys, and then there was a graphic hyping up the match. So as you guys can see, it's like a step-by-step thing. Like everything is building up. That's what I like about this. Like every single like storyline is just building up here. And then we had Stevie Richards versus Test, and then Stevie beats Test with the roll-up after distraction from Victoria. I didn't really watch this match. I was just like, for most of the matches, I just skipped to the end to see how long they were and what happened, if anything like crazy happened in between, so I can add it to the thing. Confusingly, Stevie Richards and Victoria are on different sides of face and heel divide. I think Stevie's a face. Is Stevie a heel in this? Yes, he is, but that's what it is. Then after the match, Test kicks Victoria in the face, and then Stevie just gets pissed and he just starts brawling with Test, and then Stevie's just looking at Victoria like, why would he do that? So yeah, it was a good segment here. Stevie Richards and Victoria acting crazy. It was kind of entertaining. I liked it. It was a good duo. And then wow, this did not do good. A 60 went on for far too long for this audience. Oh yeah, this Raw audience cannot really handle a long segment like this. Yeah, this was like the second longest segment of the night. It was like, yeah, it was pretty long, but it wasn't like that long. I mean, it only went on for 11 minutes. I guess they really can't handle that, but it is what it is. It's a game. Then we head into a segment where Molly Holly's in the ring. She's women's champion, and she tells Lillian Garcia like, yeah, because she was supposed to face Victoria apparently, and then she like tells Lillian Garcia to raise her hand and call her the winner of the match, and then Lillian Garcia is just like, what? And then Teddy Long's on the Titantron. He's just like, you will. He's like, I like it when two white girls fight.
Nothing I like better than a couple of white girls beating the hell out of each other.
He's so racist. Teddy Long in here was just like so racist, and it was so funny. And then Trish Stratus comes out, and so Molly Holly is gonna wrestle tonight, and it's not against Victoria, but Trish Stratus. And then Trish Stratus defeats Molly Holly. No, it's not what I put. Jazz should interfere against Trish Stratus as a finish. That's not what actually happened in actual, like in real life. Jazz attacks Trish Stratus to end in a DQ. I don't know how I'm supposed to put that for that to happen, but that's what actually happened. And after the match, Jazz is just beating up Trish and Molly Holly. Then Jericho comes out and scares Jazz away. It's kind of funny. And then Trish is just like, I'm not stupid. Walks away. So yeah, this was like an interesting segment here. Jericho and Trish. Jericho's just trying to get with Trish Stratus here. It's so funny. And then there's a video. Oh, I loved this. Like, I didn't know what it was at first, but I thought it was actually like pretty clever. It was like a video, like, you know, like one of those presidency videos where they like bash other like politicians. It was Randy Orton like roasting on Mick Foley. It wasn't like roasting, but the guy who's like in the video was roasting on him. And at the end, it was just like, and it was like talking like good about Randy Orton, and at the end it was just like paid for by Randy Orton. I thought it was very clever and funny, so I liked this one right here. It was pretty cool. And after that, yeah, this was right. RVD, Mark Henry hits RVD with a chair to end this one, so that's what actually happened. And after the match, Teddy Long is demanding that this match be restarted in a no DQ match, and then Stone Cold comes out in like a RV or something, like an RV, not an RV, but like that, you know, the motorcycle thing, and then he just like chases Teddy Long all the way to the back, and then he goes into a commercial, and then that's when the next match begins, like throughout commercial, and then a 15 because of the hardcore. It was a no DQ match. And this is not right, because in 2004 fans would like so be down for a no DQ match, well, even now, so that did not make any sense, but it is what it is. And about that had I'm not gonna read that. RVD beats Mark Henry in a no DQ match, but he beats him with the frog splash in real life. And then as RVD is celebrating, Stone Cold chases Teddy to the back into the arena, because he chased him into the backstage area at first. Now he's chasing him back into the arena, so it gives off the vibe that Stone Cold was just like chasing him throughout the match, which was pretty cool. And then RVD and Stone Cold have him trapped, and then Stone Cold hits his Stone Cold Stunner, and then RVD and Stone Cold celebrate to end that segment. So this was a pretty cool segment that I liked. It's kind of cool. And then we have this one was hilarious. Jericho was just like trying to tell Trish Stratus how he's sorry and all that, right? And then he sees that Trish Stratus is in the shower, but she's like, he hears someone in the shower, and then he's just like thinking, and then you hear an old lady say, "Turn around, Jericho," and he turns around and it's Mae Young in a towel. And then Jericho it was so funny, Jericho's face, man. This one was a funny segment. This is beautiful. I'm telling you, Jericho is the GOAT. He's the GOAT, man. It was so funny. And then she chased him away. It was funny. This is a funny segment right here. And then Kane comes out. Kane with an awesome entrance, by the way. It was very awesome. Like, oh yeah, and then one point Jonathan Coachman like fell at the chair because of the fire. And it was cool because in this entrance I didn't notice that Kane like had fire like continually going up throughout his entrance. They should have like done that, continue to do that, because it looked awesome. And he had like the black thing over his head. Kane was a beast at this point. Then he's just like, he cuts a good promo on like how he was screwed over by the Undertaker last year in the Rumble. And then Booker T comes out and he's like, "You don't make a fool out of me, sucker, blah 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 blah." And then Booker T he said he's gonna eliminate him from the Royal Rumble match. So this is a good promo right here. I like this one. This is a good like 5 minutes. And then the Dudley Boys are hyping themselves up, and they're just like, "Let's make it 18 times for a tag team championships." That's what they said. So yeah, that was a cool thing right here. They're walking backstage ahead of their tag team title match, and let's see how this one does in the game. 68. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that good, but it was good for TEW 2020 from a 2016 mod. And about that decent, I'm not reading that. Batista and Ric Flair defeated the Dudleys when no, that's not what happened. Ric Flair pinned him after Triple H distracted Devon, and Batista hits. No, Triple H distracted the ref. Batista hits a Batista bomb on Devon. Ric Flair's down, then he moves out the way to pin Devon for the 1-2-3, and they retain their tag team titles. So this match looked like it was a good match. The crowd is really into it, so this one was good in real life. And Triple H is trying to pick up Flair, but out of nowhere you hear the crowd cheering, and then Shawn Michaels hits the Sweet Chin music on Triple H, and he celebrates to end the show. So as you guys can see, everything is building up. Like, still at the end of the show, you want to see what happens next week. At least I know I do. Like, I want to see what happens, like, to continue the Triple H and Shawn Michaels storyline. Like, this right here, I think whoever booked this was really good at booking. I just think the matches were a little too short. That's my thing. It was like a little too short, like 2 minutes, 1 minute, a little bit too much interferences. Like, it was just like, I don't know how I feel about it, but that was my opinion on it. And the game rates it a 61, blah blah blah. So many segments, wow. And so yeah, that's how WWE booked their show, at least for this one. And I liked the kind of format to it. And then next episode I'm gonna book it with the 2020 mod. And hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll make sure to join the Discord in the description. Please join it. We need more Discord members. We need more active members. We need to get that Discord hype, you guys. So make sure to do that. If you enjoyed, I put a lot of hard work into the video. It's been taking me like a couple hours already. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button, comment what's your opinions on it, subscribe if you're new. And this is Heat, and I am signing off.